up, bugs? This is Roslynn back at you one more again. I hope everybody is doing blessed. I'm doing blessed and highly favored, and definitely hope the same for you. And if this is your first time stopping by my channel, much love to you and welcome, and to my returning subs, my growing extended beautiful family. As always, thank you so much for the love and support. It is truly appreciated. So with that being said, much love to all. Namaste, love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been watching my videos for a while and have not already, what are you waiting for? Drop a line. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me. And if you find a video, give you good insight, or just an uplift you truly need it for the day, or anything you resonate with, go ahead and give a thumbs up and share. And whatever you're going through to get to, sending so much love, blessings towards your way, whatever you're needing to conquer, whatever, that you're having issues with overcoming, I'm sending that towards you a million times fold. Anybody coming in with nefarious vibrations and doing things on your own personal gain, to seek, destroy, defeat, hey, everything is guidedly protected, so I'll return that back to sender. And the video I'm doing today is called Twin Flame 101. It's the journey, not the destination. Y'all, when I'm reading up on this different stuff, being able to see how many things that I've gone through or how far I've come, when I was just thinking about that stuff, I got emotional, because it's just like when you have gone through so many different things in life where you felt like, how am I going to be able to overcome this stuff? And what is it trying to teach me? Why do I have to go through this? And it's just like our experiences could be a blessing of knowledge. A lot of times it's hard to be able to say that when you go through so many heavy things that are just, it just depletes you in every way possible. But this is a part of growth. Not everybody goes through traumatizing situations, but the ones that do, it can lead you towards a path of, destruction, or it can ascend you towards compassionate power. It's all about the choices we choose to make for our lives. It's our journey that's taking place, and you can really get to understand different things through, setbacks, blockages, self-sabotage, moments of fear, moments of doubt, not having faith within God and universe, and different things like this. And it can be very, very positive if we allow it to be. Different things is like, our past. There's a lot of times where it's hard for us to let go of that past, because we became we normalize things that, it's supposed to be a certain way. And a lot of times we don't realize that we create a mountain of disappointment into our lives, because there's a lot of times where we feel like this is my expectation of this situation or this person, and it's going to stay like that. And a lot of times, certain people in certain situations will continue towards your life, but there's a lot of times where it has their expiration date on different things, And I was saying in another video, there's a lot of times that certain people are only supposed to have access to at a certain level. There's a lot of people that are supposed to be in your life where you weren't all the way healed, or you didn't know what needed healing. But it'll be those different things. It's like, peeling back a flower or an onion. Y'all done heard me say that. And, but it's true. You go through so many hardships into your life, and it can create better if we allow it to. A lot of times it's hard to be able to do that, when you're going through so many different things into your life. But it's like anything can be possible if you allow yourself to believe in that, because it's not trying to sit up here and just try to put a narrative like, oh, it's hard, like you can never do that. But these are the different things that'll be worthwhile to you. If there are certain things that you're going to have days where you're going to want to give up. There'll be different days that you're like, what, I cannot handle this is sad. And it'll be, when I say that, I got this little screenshot, and you already know me. If you've been with me for a while, you always hear me say that. It'll be a screenshot that'll come up, and you'll see, like, spirit is like, you see a big foot, and then you'll see spirit just pushing you. And it'll be just at those different times where, even when you don't feel like you have the strength to keep carrying on, we're going to give you that vibe to be able to do that. There'll be different times you may feel bound in or neglected, but then you'll have people come into your life that will encourage you. Be those ones that give support, be those ones that give you those kind words when you are not feeling the best with you. You know, there will be certain people that love you in your dark times, and those are the most beautiful ones. Anybody can accept you during your hard times. You're creating a destiny for different things that, you know, that was not intended to continue, or there'll be different things that's going to take you on another path that you never expected. But just being able to see how many, you know, transformations you have gone through, even when, you know, constant things are hitting you, it felt like you're in spiritual warfare 24/7, 365. And a lot of times we really are. But you have to understand, when we were chosen, you were anointed, you're a generational curse breaker, you're going to go through hell. You know, you're going to go through hell, because it's just, the fact is, the devil don't want you to know anything good about anything. He wants to be able to let you, you know, put fear into your heart that it can never get any better than what you're going through. This is going to be your journey. This is going to be continued into your life. But then there'll be different things that you're seeing. It'll make you start believing in yourself. Be different times where, you know, you're going to have hard days. You know, you're going to go through setback after setback after setback, and it'll be just like, you know, there'll be times you want to walk away and it's like, shoot, is this really worth it? Hell yeah, it is. You know, because it'll be something, if it's so great into your life, it's never going to come to you that easy. You know, God want to be able to make sure that you don't take advantage of the gifts that he's going to be giving you. So it's just on this journey, it's allowing you to be more loving towards yourself. Be very mindful of your actions, your thoughts, your focus, as well as where you're placing your energy and your power on. You know, being able to allow yourself, even though if you had a funky day yesterday, allow yourself to, you know, not carry it on to the next day, and saying, okay, you know, this put me out of my peace, this pissed me off, this took me out of my element. Like, okay, yesterday was yesterday. Allow that to be your ammunition to allow yourself to not be triggered. Be able to heal on the different things that trigger you. There's a lot of times, you know, I've had different things that come in my life where it triggered me, and then it had to be at that point where I took back, where it's no longer my trigger. You know, there'll be different things. It's like, why, you know, this person trying to piss me off, da, 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 da. And be those things. They're helping you. They are really helping you. It's allowing yourself to let go of that fear, let go of that confusion, let go of that self-chaos that we have, a war within ourselves that's not needed, or it's no longer needed. But these are the different things that if you didn't have to be triggered all the time, you wouldn't know how to heal that. You know, so it'll be grateful. You know, it'll be sometimes, it's like a lot of times they say even the bad things are a blessing to you. And you're going to be like, how is this bad thing a blessing for me? Because it helps you create better for yourself. You're acknowledging a part of yourself you have yet to discover. There's still parts of ourselves we have not came into encounter with yet, but we're doing that through our moments of experience. You know, we're in the now. You know, that's what's creating our future of us being in the now. Because a lot of times we put fear on our future because it hadn't got here yet. So how can you place something on there that it has not yet happened or it will never happen? You know, getting out of our head. There's a lot of times we stay in our head and we'll start feeling, you know, sorry for ourselves. It's like, or, you know, different things where it wants to feed into your, you know, wants you to feed into negativity, you know, and those are the different things that will purposely take place for you to understand your worth and more love towards yourself than anything. You're working every day to heal that enemy on the inside so the outside one won't bother you. You know, being able to have acceptance of things that do change. You know, our lives change like the season, you know, and this is your fruiting season. This is your blooming season. You're allowing growth to come in. You know, your hard work is going to pay off for you. You know, you're going to see that everything that you've gone through was not in vain. There was purpose behind everything that you were going through when we allow ourselves to really see what is taking place. You know, you have to be able to say, I'm in that vision of a prayer that I wanted for myself. Being able to, you know, pray to God like, oh my God, give me the strength to stand on my own, even when I know I'm not on my own. And then you would go through different things where you had to see things that can no longer continue in your life. It could be anything, but you're allowing yourself to say, I can't, you know, if I want to be a better person, this can no longer continue. If I want more in my life, these are the different things that I have to let go of just to be able to be open to receive these things. You know, you're making room for things that are better for you. And so we had to be able to go through those hardships. We had to go through setback after setback after setback. You can't win if you have never experienced loss. You can't experience success without having moments of failure. Well, there's a lot of people that have, but I'm talking about people that don't. You know what I'm saying? Well, you're having to work hard for that. There's a lot of folks that's out there where it's just given to them. This is something that comes natural. They've never had to struggle. They never had to sacrifice. And it's like not hating on anybody, but there's a lot of people that had to earn that title, earn that character, and you're doing that through moments of really working hard. You be able to succeed about yourself, being very transparent, like, dang, this is something that, it's really been heavy on my heart, and it's okay when you're allowing yourself to say, I got heaviness on my heart, or there's different things that I'm really going through that's hard, I'm really trying to get out of that struggle element, but you're allowing yourself to be honest, sit with your emotions, not unpack there, but sit with your emotions, allow yourself to be angry if you need to be angry, and say, okay, why are you angry? Because this, that, and the third. Okay, so what's the solution for you not to be angry anymore? Or this place confusion on my heart. What is going to take for you to get the clarity that you're needing? Maybe it's something that we're staying focused on, or we're making it bigger than it really is. There's a lot of times we do that. We can be warlords. I've been there. So going through all those different changes in life, it really can really get you somewhere. But we couldn't be able to go. We couldn't be able to, bask in the ambience of the beautiful sun if we didn't have a lot of storms in the back of our lives. These are the different things that you're creating. So when you finally get to where you're going and you're going to keep surpassing that, you never want to get comfortable where, hey, I'm living a comfortable lifestyle. I got money to where I can do all this and this and that, and I'm just okay with where I'm being. I mean, there's a lot of people that are okay with doing that. I'm like, hey, I ain't hating on you. Hey, it must be nice, being able to do some stuff like that. But it'll be those things that God created you to do more. You ain't here to maintain, you here to make extraordinary vibrations. You're not just teaching yourself, but there's a lot of other people going to come in contact with you where your inspiration and change is going to be very inspirational towards somebody to be able to, man, if they don't went through this, it makes me really just feel like, I'm not alone on this. So it'll be just different people that are coming in to bring their testimony to you. Every test, it leads towards a testimony. Every hot mess becomes a daggone vibe of a message, The different things that you are on war with can it can be very mindful of being able to create an ultimate victory. But it's just our choices to be able to do that from the situations that we have gone through. So it's not the destination. The destination is that blessing where you're trying to get to. But what's important of all the different things that you learn from that from that journey that you're taking day by day, really appreciating the scenery, things are very serene, magical to you. It's just like, yeah, I went through a lot of hardships in my life. I had to admit, I'm not perfect. Had to admit, I played my part in some, nefarious things too. Am I forgiving myself? Yeah, I'm working on that every day. Am I forgiving other people? Yes, I'm working on that every day. Being able to see the good in everything. And a lot of times it's not, it's hard to be able to see the good in everything. I say, I get that. Don't come for me. I get that. Because it'd be like, Roslynn, you don't know my situation. Show don't. Unless God want me to be able to tell you about your situation. What you needed to hear. Or you're telling me about my situation on things I needed to hear. You're getting blessings with that to be able to show people you're not the only one going through this. You're not alone. We go through different journeys into our lives that really can sink us into the sinking place, okay? And take us to the land of the further, But these are the different things. Like if I know I'm going to empower myself, I'm going to see what am I doing to hold back in the process of my progress. Where am I standing in my way at? Why do I keep trying to control things? We can do that because especially when stuff is getting uncomfortable and unbearable. Be like, the main thing that I'm going through a struggle should be your motivation enough to become better. If you tired of going through that, hey, create better. You don't like what you're getting? Okay, fine, change what you're giving. Being able to understand, there's going to be people that ain't going to understand your journey. And at times, hell, we don't even understand our own journey. But it's like I said before, God gave you a vision that nobody else sees. It's okay for you to not everybody to understand. Your growth and your transformation is not anybody. You shouldn't have to explain that. I'm trying to become better. That's all you need to know. It's like, oh, you've been distanced. I'm only staying around vibes that are worth my vibe. It'd be something if God sit up here and tell me that it's time for me to cut the cord on that, I'm going to go ahead and do that. He knows far more than what I do. And those will be the different things you're learning through, solitude. You're learning more about yourself where you don't have the outer distractions, where you're trying to, heal the inner ones. and you're going through those different things where you're seeing fear cannot go where you're going, being able to appreciate all the different things that broke you, all the different things that uplifted you, all the things that sent hate towards all the things that gave love, all the different things that gave neglectment, abandonment, that gave you support and encouragement and compassion. We're going through those vibes of change, and it can, sometimes life can go bad fast, like, God, dog, especially when you want something so bad, it seems like forever, but it'll be those different times we're not paying attention to the clock. It goes by faster. We're manipulating time in that way. We can, but then you're allowing yourself to see that power and that vibration about yourself and be in that emotion. I'm trying not to get emotional now, but it'll be those different things that took place in your life where you really, really seen rock bottom. And you were just like, why am I in this by myself? Why did this have to get this bad? And a lot of times you go towards that hardship. You go through that hardship and you're really trying to understand how you can be able to get through this. How can you be able to overcome a pain like this that it really just shook you, and a lot of times it'll feel like, no, this ain't real. No, I'm gonna wake up and it's all gonna be different. And this is your life. You'll go through certain things that'll be very traumatizing. You will hit rock bottom, and you're trying to find your way out of that. And that's that time where the determination, motivation, discipline, was strategically designed for you to be able to become out of that. But it's like when you're at that rock bottom, it teaches you so much if you allow it to. A lot of times we'll be in our head with the negativity, and these will be the different things where you had to be at rock bottom so you can build yourself way back up. Because maybe, your situation, your life, just within the structure of yourself was not trustworthy. It was all over the place. It was like leaves and branches when you were supposed to be the root. You're the root to that tree. You're going to have leaves blowing this way. You're going to have leaves blowing that way. In different seasons, they all fall off. And you start back a whole new season again. And that's where, that growth of the process. You planted that seed when you were rock bottom. And then you're being able to know you're building up a stronger foundation. But for that to happen, we had to tear everything apart that was going to make you shaky. That would be just like if you built up a 25-story building or a 100-story building. And if it wasn't no good foundation, like you moving like the wind, doing the shooker book, and it'll be one of those different things. You going to go all the way to the top? Hell no. This is not going to be falling cards for me. So it's just like for you to be able to go through that and you're building up a strong foundation. A lot of times you're going to have to go to that rock bottom. And then that's when you're going to learn more about yourself. You're going to grow. You're going to appreciate your past, what it taught you. And, you're being able to say, I'm starting a legacy of my future to where, growth is just going to be just the biggest blessing that ever can be. I'm not just want to be inspiring towards myself. I want to be inspiring by other people, because there's a lot of times we go through life and trying to ask God, why did I have to go through this? Why did it have to be me to go through that? And, our dumbass on set up here and sign that damn contract. Way back in the day, like, oh, yeah, we got it. Volunteering other people, like, hold up, wait a minute, I ain't volunteer for that. God didn't die for me for this. No, and no. I ain't going there. I'm skipping that day. Be wishing that a lot of times we be looking back like, man, if I can go back, to BC, I would have made sure. No, my pen don't have ink. My pen don't have ink. I am on tap. I'm on dry. But those are the different things you came into life. When I, even I questioned God, I was so angry when I found out all the different stuff about my life. Like, no, this is not what my life is. This is not what you're telling me. And, it really took me there. But I was just like, why did I have to go through this? What was the point on that? And it was just like, I would constantly hear, this was nothing about you. I said, if it ain't nothing about me, then why I got to go through that mess? And it's like, no, this had nothing to do with you. It's about the people you're going to encounter. You're going to share your experience in life, and it's going to shake them to the core like it shook you to the core. And you still... it could have been like a whole whirlwind of hate, deception, destruction. My life was like a daggone a soap opera. Young and the Deflected. All me and my youngins. General Crossspittle. You know, it was one of those different things where it was a crazy soap opera, but it was just like when you can bleed and breathe love through that, that's where it's hitting you at. Because there's so many people that go through something in life where it's just like, if you live through that, and I'm just like, are you okay? You know, I mean, do you need a hug? You know what? It was just like, you're going through some different stuff in life, and it will be those times where, you constantly had to overcome something. It'll be a lot of times where you get over one heel and then you got 5 other ones, or you heal from certain things. You can heal from 100 and then 1,000,000 come in right after that. This is that thing where warriors don't go through simple stuff. They don't go through mediocre. You ain't here to be basic. You here to be extra. That's a whole new flex of a whole new flex. That's where you're going through what you're going through, because this is not for the weak at heart. You go through some stuff that you already know. You one click away from being the devil's seed. You the devil's spawn, if you really want to allow yourself to do that. But you are here to create extraordinary vibrations through different things where you can tell anybody, this is what I went through. And I struggled with it every day. I had enemies and people where friends and enemies aligning in the same vibration. Strangers and foes were all up in the same vibration. My nays turn yays, and those different things. You level up all the time from different things that you struggle to overcome. And these are the different things that took place in your life to make you a better version of yourself. So, it's all about the journey. What scenery are you being taught? What things do you really truly appreciate? What things you will never take for granted? And you're showing gratitude, even towards different things you really don't feel grateful about it, because it really took you there. But you still say, I'm giving you grace for it, because there'll be different times I ain't even gonna get mad. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm mad with God and the universe, and it's like, I'm not gonna tell you I'm grateful for nothing, but I'm gonna give you grace anyway. Even though I ain't really liking what you put me through, but I had to be able to understand, when you want growth in your life, it ain't gonna have you tiptoeing through the tulips. Like Tiny Tim, tiptoe through the tulips with me. It'd be some weird stuff like that. Oh, it made me think about Insidious, but I'm like, no. You had to really go through that. And if you really overcome something like that, you already know what kind of dent you can make in many people's programs are going through the ultimate stuff that is unforgivable. Like, your life is like a mini series. Like, shit, bitch, I don't know. You're going to be winning an Oscar for the stuff that you done went through. But you don't realize how many people you can impact by that situation where I went through the worst of the worst, and I can still show love even when I didn't feel it. I can give encouragement, enlightenment, and upliftment towards people when people through doubt, hurt, and defeat all through my life. I can be very nurturing when all I felt was hate. I can be encouraging to people and be a friend to somebody when my friends would turn enemies, which already showed me if your friends turn enemies, they were enemies the whole time. Be different times where I can support people even when people didn't want to support me because it was me. Because they can know if I really put my mind to it, I can make some stuff move. But they didn't want to do that. They always sent me in the opposite direction because they knew I had the potential to be able to create something powerful. You have to be about that. It's not like you acting condescending or arrogant or narcissistic. No, that's what you were here to put some extra weight on extraordinary. Being able to show your strength even through your moments of weakness. Being able to say, I had me a moment. I really had me a moment, but it brought me there. Even when I'm not okay, I'm still okay. You can cry, but you already know there's some joy in the morning. So allow yourself to enjoy that journey of whatever is teaching you, because it's going to teach you so much more about yourself that you didn't believe that was time for you to discover. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of my video, y'all. I would love to give a post notification shout out to Flowery19, Angela Campbell, much love to you, and Lucid_747. Much love to you. God bless. Any prayers that you're needing to get to, hey, while you're going through, I'm sending that towards you 1,000,000 times fold. If you ever want to make a donation to the channel, Cash App is in the description box below. I hope you have a blessed, safe weekend or a blessed, safe week whenever this uploads towards your way. And sending so much love, upliftment, blessings, and prosperity. It really takes you there. You'll see me on my next video. So much love. I say shalom. God bless. Peace.